Yo, what's up, gear nerds? It's your buddy Dustin from Blue Collar Gear Review, coming at you today with part 2 of the Diezel Herbert Preamp pedal demo. If you had a chance to check out the previous video, which is going to be in the description of this video, for connections and setup of the pedal, it's a lot of different ways to set this thing up and run it. Today, we're running it as if you were running it into a power amp of your head or your combo amp if it has a return, or if you're running it into the Seymour Duncan power stage in this case, or if you're using another pedal power platform in some fashion. Real basic setup for this demo: volume pedal, tuner, Maxon 808, that's pretty standard or pretty common in the rock and metal scene, into the Herbert itself, out of the Herbert into the NS2. There is a little bit of a noise kind of issue, not really issue, it's a high gain pedal. If you did watch the first video, this feature, when you set it up using the power rig type deal, you can actually mute your signal altogether using the mute switch versus bypassing if you're running in the clean channel of an amp. So noise is not an issue. I just sort of set these things up because most of us have a few basic things that we like to have on a board: tuner, noise gate, volume, something of that nature, if this is what you're kind of playing, if this is your style. And then out of the noise gate into an older Ibanez D7 delay, out of the delay into the Duncan power stage. For this video, this power stage is not cranked, the volume's not cranked, but it's still plenty loud for the room. You would have no problems cutting through a mix, hanging with a drummer. You'd have no problems pissing off sort of any sound guy at most venues that us gigging musicians get to play most of the time. This particular setup is very compact, very platform friendly. You can toss it in the backseat of a car. You can toss it in a larger backpack if you have one, and sort of carry this stuff on the go if you guys are looking to build those pedal rigs. Again, we did all the setup tutorials, again, in the description below on how to use the pedal, how to set it up, close up with the knobs and dials and kind of features. I'm going to do a couple things for you guys. Dirty channel of the pedal, boosted and not boosted with the Maxon. And I'm going to switch over to the mid-cut channel, which is the mid-scoop channel. I'll do the same thing there, kind of a boosted and non-boosted signal. And then lastly, I will give you guys a just sort of a wet signal with the delay. Not a solid lead player, but I'll just give you some notes and see how it kind of rings out with that delay a little bit. And then one last thing to note before we get into sounds, there is no dedicated clean channel on this pedal unless you're running it into the front of an amplifier, which we're not. So in order to get a clean signal out of this pedal, you're going to either have to use a volume pedal and roll your volume down with your foot, or you're going to have to turn your volume down on your guitar and get it to clean up a little bit. So we'll start the sounds with a little bit of a clean signal if we can get there, but you guys probably want to hear the heavy stuff, so we won't spend a lot of time on the clean stuff. Thank you for watching. Let's dive into some sounds. All right, guys, there you have it. That's the Diezel Herbert preamp pedal, and it's probably one of my favorite preamp pedals I've ever had a chance to play. I did another demo with one of the KSR clone pedals. I've had the Fortin Natus pedal here. Really cool stuff. Admittedly, doing this video today for you guys for some sounds was the first time I tried it with the Maxon or a boost pedal in front of it, and I very much don't think I could play the pedal with, well, I could obviously play it, but I would much prefer to play the pedal with that boost in front of it. It really seems to bring that pedal to life. I didn't add a lot more gain. The gain is actually less than noon on this thing. And again, I've set my EQ to what I sort of think sounds good in the room. Hopefully it translates well in the audio. I didn't mention, I don't think, in the beginning, but PRS, Clint Lowry signature Party Smith with bare knuckle aftermath pickups in it, drop B tuning. So it's still low, but it's still very clear, very articulate to me in the room. Again, I hope this is translating well to you guys. But the Herbert pedal, for like $200-300 if you can find it used, into a Duncan power stage, you have an entire rig at your fingertips that is smaller than the top of a 412 cabinet. I really enjoyed playing this pedal. I want to give a big shout out to my buddy Brandon for loaning it to me to try out for the channel. I've already got a comment on the prior video asking if it compares to another Diezel pedal, I think the VHT pedal or something. I probably just made that up. I haven't compared the two, but I look forward to trying other products like this, maybe to compare against each other. This pedal, again, guys, feels really natural, and like, again, I hope that the tones are translating because they do sound really good in the room. I hope the mic's picking them up well. Again, not really much of a clean channel. I think that was pretty evident in the start of the video or start of the sound clip. The clean channel kind of sucks because it's not really a clean channel. You have to roll your volume back, and those are hot pickups in the guitar. I had the volume pedal almost all the way down. I had the Maxon off. I might have been able to dial some of the gain out of the pedal a little more, but then you start to lose some of your heavy gain for your channels that you're going for, the heavy stuff there. Switch back and forth between the two, the mid cut and the kind of your regular sound. Again, thank you guys for watching. I hope it's translating across to you guys. Tech specs and connection setup and all that other stuff is in part 1. I'll put in the description of this video below, and I'll of course link this video in that description as well. That way you guys can find both videos, and hopefully you find them helpful. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one. This is a really, really fun pedal, so if you're interested, highly recommend it. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.